Sandag just hosted an in-person tunneling workshop in Del Mar to answer the community's questions about the Lawson Rail Realignment Project. Here to tell us more about what was discussed at this meeting is Del Mar City Council member Terry Gasterlin. Terry, good to see you again.
Good to see you this morning, Jason.
So this was a very important meeting. It was open discussion. There were a lot of people there, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
We have made a lot of progress since August 30th. On August 30th, the people of Del Mar asked, why can we not put the train tunnel under the Fairgrounds, under the San Diego River to I-5? The answer we got back was it would take 2 minutes longer to get from Solana Beach to Sorrento Valley. Well, it turns out Sandag has studied being able to do that, and it is feasible. There is a way to get the railroad tracks off the bluff without going under people's houses, without putting military traffic under people's houses, without putting freight trains under people's houses. Put it under the state-owned fairgrounds.
Well, that makes sense because a lot of the rub about putting a tunnel under the residential area, first of all, the sandstone.
Absolutely.
The instability. And also, if you've got the homes up there, up above, the vibrations over time would really be destructive.
And we don't know what those vibrations will be. On Wednesday, what we heard is they're going to monitor the vibrations and study the vibrations. There are plenty of technologies to try to eliminate vibration, but if you have a house that's straight up over a freight train, I would not want a freight train under my house. You know it's there.
Who is doing these studies?
Sandag has hired consultants who really are excellent geotechnical people. They figure out where to put the train. And what we learned on actually September 8th was when they released it. These consultants have done detailed maps of how to put the train under the fairgrounds up to I-5 and then under Del Mar Heights Road along I-5 in a tunnel, coming out on the other side on the bike path that goes to Sorrento Valley, where the entrance to the tunnel, or exit, depending on which way you're going, is at this sewer lift pump station. It's an ideal spot, given that all of this is already owned. How
far south would tunneling go? I mean, you're talking about going around to Sorrento Valley, and
well,
how far are we talking?
Imagine Carmel Valley Road at I-5. It would be under that, and then it would be into just to the east of Penasquitos Lagoon, and then hook up with a pump station.
And where's the pump station?
The pump station is halfway from Carmel Valley Road to the very dead-end 90-degree of Sorrento Valley. So it fits. There's space in there. Lots of space, and no one's houses.
Have they done environmental studies yet? That's always big in our county.
Well, the environmental studies are so important. That's how we're going to find out what is the material in Del Mar Bluff. Is it limestone? Does it have caves? How much water goes through there? We have $300 million to do those studies. We can study both tunnels through Del Mar, understand whether they're even possible, and really study going under the fairgrounds.
I'm curious, was there a representation at this meeting of a company or companies that carve the tunnels? Yeah, they make the tunnels.
Sandag brought an expert. They brought the guy who did the tunnel from England to France. And what we learned from him is he's confident that he can tunnel under the San Diego River. It's about a quarter mile of tunneling under that river. He got all the way from England to France.
Yeah. That's big.
Yeah.
Because what came to mind was Elon Musk's Boring Company.
Right. Well, you know, Elon Musk, early on in all this, I reached out to the Boring Company. They got back to me. I've got them in my speed dial and my contact list. Yeah.
Good.
Another thing that I want to bring up is the real uses of this track. You know, we've been hearing from people, the train needs to just go away. It's not cost effective, and so on. Well, we have passengers, we have freight, and we have military freight. I sent you all a photo of this military freight here. This is midday, 11:30 in the morning, a couple weeks ago. We're seeing tankers, we're seeing all sorts of trucks, and they're going from the Pendleton base down to the Navy Yard. This happens on a regular basis in Del Mar. People don't notice it because they're at lunch, they're at work, but here it is. So the military use of these tracks is real. That means the Department of Defense and the Department of Transportation need to step up with whatever the extra funding is to do this well and not put military equipment under people's bedrooms when they're sleeping at night.
Good point. Okay, so what comes next in this whole process?
Great question. Next is several more workshops between now and the end of the year. We're going to keep pushing on this message under the fairgrounds, under the river, along I-5, and out at the San Diego City pump station that's just to the east of the Penasquitos Lagoon. Then hook up with the existing tracks. That makes so much sense. State-owned, no lawsuits from homeowners. You know, people are gonna, you just know what's gonna happen.
You know exactly.
And it's so important to get these railroad tracks off the bluff. The California coastal bluffs are eroding up and down the state. In Del Mar, they're eroding at an average of 6 inches a year. It's punctuated, so you get these big falls. We had a big fall just in March of 2020. It cost tens of millions of dollars to fix it, and everything was shut down for a while. We need to just solve this problem now, quickly, and effectively. I'd like to see this tunnel in existence by 2028. I've been told it can be built in 2 years by engineers at Sandag if they had the money tomorrow.
All right, Terry Gastelum, appreciate the update.
Thank you.
We'll keep having you back. This is
Absolutely.
This is a big deal.
This is huge. The project is $4 billion at the outset, possibly $6 billion by the time they're done. If we're going to do this, let's do this right.
All right, well said. We'll leave it at that.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jason.
Terry. Great to see you.
Great.
All right, Casey, over to you.